Welcome to the occasional, sometimes random, pastor's blog. Today I'm going to show you some of the stuff that's here in South Florida. I grew up in Arkansas. You never saw a Lamborghini, let alone a yacht. And yet there are days in South Florida when it seems like they're everywhere. It's easy to judge. But what's interesting is when I read the scripture, Jesus didn't judge, he challenged. He challenged those with wealth because he knew that their wealth came from him. He challenged them to feed the poor. He challenged them to help the less fortunate. And he challenged them to beware that wealth can sometimes grab you, and it doesn't rule with a kind heart. One of the things about living at the beach is there's a lot of big toys, and I thought I'd take just a few moments today as I take Hartley for a walk to show you some of those. At the beach, there's big houses, big boats. Here in South Florida, it's known as the Little Venice, and we actually get around in all the different canals with things like this, the water shuttle, or there's actually a yellow one called a water taxi. Here at just one of the marinas, we have a big, I guess sailboat is what you'd call it. 560 Imagine. You can live on this. You can go to the Bahamas on this. I'd take you and show them, but this is in our way. Tried this gate, but as you can see, unless you own a boat, they don't want you in. Water taxi. As you can see, it looks like a real taxi. It's about to dock. People get on it and ride through all the canals and the rivers. Everywhere you look in South Florida, especially in Fort Lauderdale, there are boats. Big boats, sailboats, fishing boats. This is the part of taking dogs for a walk that I do not enjoy. Nothing for a bag. Is this yours? Again, giant boats. So many of them. They say it takes hundreds of thousands and tens of thousands of dollars just in fuel. And you can see, I don't think you call this a boat. A ship? Maybe even a yacht. There are lots of these signs everywhere down here. Of course, if I had a $1 million boat, I think I'd want to keep people away as well. Here are the smaller boats, sailboats. This is the intercoastal. It's across the way, you might say, from the ocean. You can see they're building a new dock here. And then across the way, across the intercoastal, you can see the yachts, the big homes, and the cranes. Construction continues to happen. Across the intercoastal, you can see the big homes, and out in front of the big home, you have a big boat. I mean, why have a big house if there's not room for your boat as well? If you've ever been to the ocean, or especially the intercoastal in South Florida, you'll see lots of these coconuts floating in the water. Look at this boat. What is it? Cash flow. You can ski behind it. What do they call these? A cigar boat. One of the things they have here in South Florida is you can actually rent a bicycle. I'm sure it's everywhere, but if you're down here at the beach, you just put a little money in this machine right here. You pull out a bike. There's a place for you to put your stuff in if you're going to go visiting, shopping, that kind of thing. And there are other places where you drop it off. There's a map. You can see it right over here. And this map tells you other stations where you can drop it off. Let's see, I think we're here. Now, I'm not a party type of guy, but right across the street is the elbow room. And I have to tell you, hurricane, storm, in season, out of season, there are always tons of people, loud music, and I assume lots of alcohol. Christmas in South Florida. We have our own snowmen. They're on the beach. And you have to admit, they're pretty cool. And they have a beautiful view of the beach. Look at that. The blimp. We are almost there. To a place of Christmas spirit. A place to call home. A place for energy. A place to make friends. A place that has red cups. Starbucks. Are you ready to get a cup of coffee? Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Blog over.